Greetings and welcome to Pinball Help. Mike here. Today I've got something really cool that I'm excited about sharing with you, and that is a first look at a new pinball machine that has showed up here. So this is basically donated to the club from a family friend, and this is, as you can see, a Zaccaria pinball machine. This is very exciting. We do not have one in the collection, and this is obviously very special, and I've always wanted to get a Zaccaria. It's just down here where I'm located, they almost never come up. So this machine obviously traveled from all the way from Italy to end up here in New Orleans, and we're going to restore this. So I'm going to tell you where this machine came from and what the situation is, and you're going to see along with me, because I haven't really examined this machine. I really don't know what condition it's in or anything. And we're going to find out, do a quick little initial first look, and then I'll talk more about it. So, as you can see, it says Zaccaria. It's got a 25-cent thing, so I assume maybe is that an Italian C with the thing through it? Or is it been Americanized? I don't know. Anyway, this is a manufacturer that comes from Italy. And it's really, they're known for having beautiful artwork. So let's scroll up and you can see what game it is. Those of you will recognize that right away. That is the Butterfly Lady. This is a Farfalla, which is, I think Farfalla is Italian for butterfly. So it's a kind of a very cool psychedelic butterfly nature-themed game. And these Italian Farfalla machines were just known for their incredible vibrant use of colors. Just, they're striking machines. When you compare them to regular pinballs, they're just, it's like the saturation has been turned up. They're like the Instagram of pinballs, you know? And they're really fun and innovative and got a lot of really neat, unique features. This is not like a rip-off of Gottlieb like a lot of these European manufacturers were, like Sonic, where they copied Williams or Bally or Gottlieb. This is a truly original design, and I believe most of the components are original to this too. So this game was basically I had to go pick it up, and the guy that was working on restoring it, he had tore it down and started working on it, and I guess just too many things came up, and he just realized it was a little bit over his head, and he said, "Come get it and restore it and do what you can with it." So that's what I will do, and I'm very excited about this. I couldn't pick a better Zaccaria game to get than this Farfalla, because this is one of the most well-known and highly regarded games. So let's take a look at what I've got here, what condition this is in, and we'll try to figure out what the situation is. So right off the bat, there's a bunch of extra stuff that has been part of this bundle. We've got a whole box full of coils. I hope we won't necessarily need to replace a ton of coils. I don't know, but these all appear to be brand new. That's pretty cool. So we're already equipped in the coil department. Before we get to looking at the Playfield, let's look at what all the other stuff. We've got a couple boxes of things here. So let's take a quick look, see what this is. We have what appears to be an MPU board, and from the looks of this is a repro board, more modern. It's got a coin cell in it. There's our ROM. That's probably the CPU, or this one over here. And everything's socketed. This is nice. So there's a brand new repro MPU board. What else do we have? Okay. From the looks of this is some kind of driver board. Now, I have not worked on a Zaccaria, so this is all new to me. So I'm just kind of going to be figuring it out as I go. But yeah, this looks like some kind of a driver board. You see the high power transistors for driving them, and these are the low power pre-driver transistors. Heavier connections probably for the power feed for the solenoids. Nice little LED indicators for every coil. This is a really nice design. I like it. So this is brand new. So we've got two new replacement boards for the game. That's always nice. That means a whole lot less headaches, especially when we're dealing with an architecture that I have not worked with. So First things you do when you get a new game, especially a game with architecture that you are not familiar with, is you're going to survey it. I will not be plugging this thing in anytime soon. I'm going to do a complete audit of the game, and then I'm going to do a bunch of research. But first, let's just inventory what we've got. We've got a big box here full of stuff. So let's take a look. And obviously, part of the Playfield, everything has been disassembled. There's the apron. Look at the nice pastel colors. It's really cool. Not your typical. Some kind of wireframe here for a ball thing. We've got plastics. You can see how just beautiful and vibrant these plastics are. It's really pretty. There's appears to be an upper playfield right here. This I assume this is all in metric. Like this looks like it's a little bit thicker than 1/4-inch plexi. That's the upper playfield. More plastics. There's a box here of some miscellaneous parts. This looks like some kind of pop bumper bracket. I don't know if it's broken or what. Some flipper parts. Oh, there's a screwdriver. More flipper parts. I see bunches of these posts. This is something that, you know, some of these might want to be replaced. Just lots of little posts and brackets. So they're just all thrown in a box, which is a little problematic because there doesn't appear to be a whole lot of organization here. I'm a big fan of when you take these games apart, putting all the parts in little Ziploc bags and labeling them so that you know where they go. Because I'm notorious for this too. You know, I'll start a project and I'll get distracted, and then the parts pieces will sit around, and then when I go to pick up the project, I can't find everything. So hopefully we'll be able to find everything here. I do know that the people that donated this, they've since moved to a new house. So you know, everything that they had is packed up and moved, and you know, so hopefully all the parts are there, because if they're not, I don't know if we'll be able to find them easily. We'll just have to see. So let's take a look at this playfield. Let's see what we got here. Look how beautiful it is. I just love Zaccaria playfields. They're just so beautiful. Look at this. There's some flippers here in the outlanes, I guess, to some kind of ball save. Obviously the upper playfield mounts over here. There's two sets of drop targets, which is kind of cool. Look at that. Look how interesting that is. There's drop targets above and below. I don't know what that does. That's really interesting. It's like a lower set of drop targets with an extender put on them. I bet that's not a cheap part to replace, if you can even get it, because it appears to be a regular drop target with another drop target with an extension riveted onto it. So that's not something you probably want breaking. Look at that. Pretty interesting. And I bet if you didn't take off the upper playfield, you wouldn't notice that. So that's kind of interesting. Just beautiful, the artwork and the forms. The glass is dirty and everything, but you get the idea. It's really pretty. Let's take a look at the cabinet. You can tell it's seen some smokers. Although it is kind of yellow naturally, so maybe it's not that bad. Now let's take a look up here at the head. Look at that. Just beautiful, gorgeous. It's injection molded, so it's kind of got a 3D effect and been silk screened. I see the LED displays, and there's a neon tube that runs around the edge of the inner back glass. This is a two-part back glass. There's an outer back glass, kind of like see, there it is right there, kind of like Mars God of War or Vector, where they've got an inner graphic and an outer graphic. Really, really beautiful. That is sweet. So let's take a look inside the cabinet and see what we've got. Now I have not messed with this much. I just transported it, so I'm going to be very, very careful about how to move this. Okay, there we go. Alright, so what we can see here is that it looks like everything is complete. All the boards are there. I see there's our driver board. There's the MPU board, nice little interconnect. This is a little bit loose. This is probably the soundboard. And this is going to be your power supply with the voltage regulators and bridge rectifiers here, some smoothing capacitors, and I assume this section, the high voltage. I wonder if these LED displays are aftermarkets and whether or not this was a high voltage, kind of like the Bally, and they used plasma displays. I don't know. We'll have to do some research and figure that out. I don't know what is original and what has been retrofitted, so I'll do a little bit of research. And this is a good time to talk about what do you do when you come across a game or an architecture you're not familiar with. What I will do is I will first survey the machine, take a good look, see what's missing, see what isn't, take some pictures, and then I will get online. I'll get online and I'll ask people in the community. You know, you can go to Pin Repair, you can go to PinWiki, and you can go, there's PinballHelp groups on Pinside as well as on Facebook, and there's a PinballHelp subreddit on Reddit/PinballHelp. So you can, I'll go on and I'll ask other people, who's got a Zaccaria, what should I know? Because knowing about the different architectures is really important. Like, for example, if this was a Bally System 80, and I would know exactly what I need to do. If it was a Gottlieb System 80. If it was a Bally, you know, -18 or -35, again, I would know what to do. There's certain standard mods that you want to do, like on the Gottlieb System 80s, you want to make sure the ground mods are all in place. On the Ballys, there's certain capacitors you want to switch. Every architecture has a few tricks and things that you normally need to know about. So those are the kind of things you want to kind of learn about. And then survey, find out what you got, what's missing, and just get other people's opinions. Why make a mistake that you could avoid if somebody can tell you in advance, oh, be sure to check this on that game, because this is one of those problems. And I'll do this even when I'm pretty familiar with the game and I've worked on them before. I'll still ask people, because there's new things that come up, there's new developments, you know, new tricks, new technologies. Sometimes there's boards that are made where there wasn't a board a couple of years earlier. You never know. So that's where we're at with this game. I haven't pulled the Playfield up or looked at anything, but I don't have any reason to believe that anything is missing. Yeah, I don't see, everything looks okay. So I will be working on restoring this game, but before I even apply power to it, I am going to get online and do a bunch of reading on this, because this is an architecture that I'm not particularly super familiar with. So I'll find out, like, are those LED displays original, or is that an aftermarket? And once I know that some of those tricks, then I will kind of dive in and start working on the game, and we'll see. Will it be easy to get up and running? I do not know. We'll just have to find out. But I'm very excited about it. I love the Playfield layout. It looks really, really cool. So stay tuned for a series of videos as I take this game and bring it back to life. A Zaccaria Farfalla. And as always, I want to thank everybody for watching the channel and helping support. You know, I don't have a Patreon or anything like that, but you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, YouTube/PinballHelp. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. There's as I said, there's a PinballHelp subreddit too. And until next time, thanks for watching.